Welcome back to Mexico News Network's Daily News, broadcasting from the beautiful El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for more information. And visit our website, www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. Let's continue with more news. Tampons may not be the most pleasant of topics, but a team of engineers have been using this hygiene product as a literally bright solution to identifying sources of contamination in the United Kingdom's waterways. Led by environmental engineer David Lerner, a team of researchers from the University of Sheffield have provided an entirely new purpose to this sanitary accessory, using it to absorb water from streams and then study it to identify the source of contaminants. This novel method is particularly relevant in the UK, where many of England's rivers have sewage dumped into them instead of being processed at treatment plants. Lerner's team found a way to detect brighteners, a group of chemicals which is used to make whites whiter and brighter, often found in toothpaste, detergents, and shampoo. These substances glow under ultraviolet light. The research team proposed an alternative way to identify brighteners, different from conventionally used methods, which are expensive and difficult to use. Lerner said in an interview with The Guardian that sewage in rivers is very unpleasant, very widespread, and very difficult to track down, and their new method may be unconventional, but it's cheap and it works. How it works? The team conducted a trial experiment with tampons, which lack optical brighteners. They then placed 16 tampons in different surface water outlets that curves into rivers and streams that runs through the English borough of Sheffield. 9 of these tampons glowed after being checked under the UV light. Evidently, the examined water outlets had optical brighteners in them. The team then placed tampons in sewers in order to isolate and determine which section of the borough's pipeline network pollution was entering through, thus revealing the source of contamination. Sometimes the problem solution is as easy as correcting water connections, directing waste to the appropriate drain pipe. The British Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs stated that an estimate of 5% of homes have incorrect waste pipe connections, which leads to sewage ending up in rivers and streams. It is hoped that Lerner's discovery will provide a cost-effective method that researchers and governments outside the UK, such as Mexico, can emulate to improve their own sewage distribution problems. Every year, thousands of great whales return to their sanctuary in the lagoons Ojo de Liebre, located within the Natural Reserve and Natural World Heritage Site El Vizcaíno and San Ignacio, both in the state of Baja California Sur, places where they find sanctuary after their long journey from Alaska, a crossing of over 6,000. These lagoons were designated as whale sanctuaries and have helped maintain and recover the population of the Oriental Pacific area. With a number of specimens between 19,000 and 23,000, it is considered as the largest of 2 Pacific populations of this species. At a site, the creatures are frequently visible, and oceanographer Pedro Martín Domínguez explained it in an article by Spanish daily El País that this year 2,305 whales arrived at Ojo de Liebre and 495 to San Ignacio. The whales migrate to Mexican waters to mate and give birth. Touristic whale watching is regulated in an area by Secretariat of Environment and Natural Resources, Semarnat, and is an important source of income for the people in the region. The surrounding grounds of El Vizcaíno are quite untouched, and getting there can be done by car. It takes a 9-hour drive from La Paz and 7 hours from Ensenada. There is also the option to fly there. This sanctuary is the ideal place to witness these magnificent animals, which are in fact quite large. They can measure anywhere between 40 to 50 feet and can weigh up to 40 tons approximately. 375 people weighed 175 pounds. It's a great opportunity to get in touch with nature and appreciate these creatures up close. It is far more resistant than its conventional form. Its elaboration process is cheaper. It helps save trees and can be broken down solely with the power of light. These are some of the more evident benefits of a new kind of photodegradable paper made from PET bottles. Chronology is the name of this photodegradable paper created by a group of Mexican entrepreneurs with the planet's benefit in mind. Ever Adrian Nava, co-founder of Chronology, explains that for every ton of paper produced, approximately 20 trees and 56,000 liters of water are saved. There are several uses for Chronology. In addition to being waterproof, it can be used in boxes or to print books, which would actually be a very attractive option as it is so durable that it's nearly impossible to break by hand. The main idea for its elaboration was reducing costs, and the final result exceeded expectation. As one more feature of this new material is that when it is used for printing, it only absorbs a small amount of ink. Considering that Mexico's annual rate of paper production reaches 700,000 tons, an immense amount of money will be saved, as Chronology's elaboration process is 15% cheaper than that of the regular paper because no chemicals are needed. Only 518 pounds of PET bottles are required to elaborate 1 ton of photodegradable paper. The process is simple. It consists of crushing the plastic bottles together with several pieces of calcium carbon, which will turn into small beds. The next step is casting process at a temperature of 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Once melted, the large sheets of paper are rolled. The final result is the amazing Chronology material, a new kind of paper that takes only 6 months to be degraded, unlike the 100-year duration that would take for a ton of common paper. We'll be right back with more information on Mexico and the Riviera Maya after these brief messages.